Hello everybody and welcome back to Victoria, where the samurai petition to pass dedicated police force, I don't know that it's going anywhere. We'll see, but we definitely have a coal, lead, and steel shortage. We're working on it. It'll take a little bit, but we are working on it. We may want to consider building 2 additional construction sectors, and I'm going to do that. I want to continue to work towards our construction goal. An ultimatum? We'll welcome any dissidents from the Buddhist monks. It doesn't really help us, but sure. That'll be fine for now. So that's all good. We're going to finish up this construction sector, this pair of construction sectors, I should say. We're doing okay financially, so that seems absolutely fine. And of course, we're going to get a fair amount of construction done with that. So this is going to bring us up to 100 total construction, although we're going to be short on some things. Are any of these actually affecting our construction sectors, though? I don't think so. A third opinion. That was really fast. Okay. We'll put out an open call out for any experts. That'll do fine for now. And yeah, we're at about 10K. That seems reasonable, actually. We could consider getting a third construction sector going. I think we should do it. I think we should do it. We've got 8K here. That'll bring us up to 105. That'll definitely progress things for us. Getting this lead and coal and steel under control would be very, very, very good for us. We're, of course, going to require more tools. We know that. Once we hit we're a long ways away then from a tool input goods shortage. Okay, that's fine. No major issues there. Again with the open call out for experts, bringing this up to 25%. Maybe this does pass. Okay, look at how quickly we're going through these. We're going to ban dueling, probably. Yeah, get out of here. Stop dueling. That'll be fine. So we're going to finish up our coal mine and our lead mine there. We're going to have another coal mine finishing shortly. We're now building 7 structures simultaneously. So that is a solid advancement. No doubt about that. We need to get our economy rolling further, though. That's for sure. How are we doing on our literacy is so bad. Okay, we've got some bureaucratic imbroglio happening here. And I don't like it, but sure. We'll take that. Our radicalism is a bit of a problem, but it is creeping downwards. So that's kind of okay. We're no longer running a lead and coal shortage. Now we're only running a steel mill shortage. That's great. So we only have 3 lead mines being worked on here. I'll let these finish up. It doesn't look like we need any additional, though. We should probably consider getting at least... Actually, we're building a tooling workshop with our private construction. I was going to say we should build 1 tooling workshop, but that's being built with private construction. So this seems okay. Yeah. This seems absolutely fine for the moment. We've got backroom deals happening here again. We'll stay focused on the law. We've got a 25% chance of pushing through here. And we'll see what happens with it. Hopefully, it actually pushes through. That would be great. That would be really, really good. So coal is doing fine. Lead is doing fine. We do need to get started on these steel mills. Luckily, they're going to be working very, very shortly, here in 3 weeks. So that's fine. No major concerns there. We could build another construction sector, and so we shall. Now, we do have some market access issues. That's for sure. So I would like to get some ports going here. We're going to need 1 in Kanto. We're going to need 1 in Kansai. Actually, 2 in Kansai. And we're going to need 2 in Chubu. And that maxes out our ports in Kansai and Chubu. So we're, of course, going to need to get railways, but we're very close to that. We're 5 months away. I would like to get this construction sector done first, so we'll do that. Then we'll get these ports built. Minor interests, huh? We'll let them bicker. That'll be fine. I would really like to see this pass. We've had some awkward luck on it, that's for sure. I also want to move up that. So we'll do something like this for our construction. We'll get the ports built after this steel mill. That'll be fine. So that'll be okay. Hopefully the dedicated police force will cruise on through. We only need 2 successful rolls here, right? And we've got a 25% chance. So in theory, that'll happen eventually. Eventually. We hope. We've been trying to pass this for a long time right now. Lead mines are going to be finishing up in 2 weeks, and currently, yeah, we are running that steel shortage, which is unsurprising. Man, we're still having issues passing this. We're definitely hitting some bad luck on that at this point. I think that's pretty clear. But that's okay. It's not the end of the world. So we're going to finish up this coal mine in 6 weeks, this port in 6 weeks. We're going to be working on these steel mills very, very soon here. We don't need additional construction at this time. We're about a third of the way to our construction goal, and that's a very, very good sign. Of course, these economies snowball, right? So it's going to be going faster and faster and faster. Getting these steel mills online would be really, really good. It's tools that need this, right? Yeah, so we shouldn't actually need any tooling. We should be fine. We're building a steel mill here as well. Hey, there we move on to adoption. I like it. So that'll be good. 1 more week until we start to see these ports finishing. Excellent. And we're also going to see railway coming in very soon, which is important because we're running out of port infrastructure, right? There's only so many ports that we can build. We're still running that steel input goods shortage, but we're going to start really ramping up our production of steel very soon. We're building an additional one in Tohoku here, so that's fine. No major concerns there for the time being. 3 weeks until another steel mill comes online. Beautiful. So we're not really in a great position to attack anybody out over here. Like, even if we were to attack China, I don't think we could fight them at this point. So we need to continue to work on this. We'll stay focused on the law, and hopefully that'll pass through on the next roll. Hopefully. We've got a 25% chance. We'll see how it goes. How are we doing on our market access here? It's improving. It's definitely not perfect. There's railways unlocked. Beautiful. So that, of course, allows us to go to rail transportation for all of these mines and plantations. That said, we don't have any transportation right now. But we can stop building ports and start building railways. That's very, very good. So we'll continue to construct here. We still have that steel shortage happening. That's not surprising. We are definitely going to be working up our steel production, though. 24 weeks until that's completely done, although it's actually going to be a little bit shorter than that. And there we go. Dedicated police force actually passes. Wonderful. What else could we do? As far as laws go, we're on monarchy right now. I think we stay on monarchy. We could try to pass National Guard. That would probably not be a bad idea. I don't know how it's going to go. We'll give it a go. I believe we've tried this in the past and it didn't happen. It's down to chance, right? We'll see. We'll see. 17 weeks until our steel mills are done. And we've got this one finishing very shortly as well. Wood is currently considered expensive, so I am going to toss in a single logging camp into Tohoku. There we go. Now, we should start thinking about infrastructure, right? So we need a couple of railways up here, and we'll get those started, but I do want to move these steel mills down, and we'll do something kind of like this-ish. Yeah, something like this. That'll be fine. I really want to get these steel mills done relatively soon. We need to get these steel shortages dealt with, right? But the wood shortage is also something that needs to get dealt. It's not a shortage. The wood is getting a little bit more expensive, is all that is. So this does need to get done eventually. So that's looking good. We could consider expanding our construction again, and I'm going to do that. So that'll be fine. This is, of course, going to use up more tools, but as we get our steel mills done, I think this is fine. No major issues here. And we do need to get these market accesses dealt with, specifically in Kyushu and Chubu. The railway in Kanto is a little bit less important, but we're 17 weeks away from those. So getting our first railways online is, of course, a very big deal. So we're at 115 right now. And yeah, this is about where I expected to be financially. So that looks fine. No issues whatsoever there. Fantastic. We're now beginning construction on our railway in Kanto, although we're not really doing much in there. Wow, an immediate debate failure, reducing our chance by 10%. Okay. It's not sufficiently low that I think it's worth giving up on at this moment, but enacting homesteading. What are we at right now for that? So let's see here. That's under, we're on traditionalism. Yeah, we want to get off of that. And we probably want to get off of serfdom as well. We're on isolationism. Okay, noted. So homesteading would be good here. We should probably try to pass that. Minus 10% again. Oh, actually, we just took the setback. Gotcha. We'll see what happens with this. I'd like to go for homesteading fairly soon. That would probably be decent. We are finishing up this steel mill, and that is another steel mill finishing. Cool. And we're just barely profitable right now, but that's fine. We have some gold built up, some gold reserves at this moment. I'm not too concerned about it. Let's get these railways done. That is, of course, top priority. And as those get finished, we could go to wooden passenger carriages, but I don't think we need it. So ultimately, what I would like to do is I would like to go to rail transportation for all of these. This is going to create a massive transportation input goods shortage, and I'm aware of this. But we'll do this for now. So we'll go to rail transportation for all of that. Then out over here, I don't think there's public trams, but I don't think that's worth going for at this moment. So we'll do something like that. Now we've got a transportation input goods shortage. That is expected. We'll have these first few railways done in 4 weeks. So we just want to make sure that there's demand for transportation at this moment. 624, and each of these railways is going to be producing... how much in total? 50 per level? Okay, so this is going to be 150. That's a decent amount of transportation, actually. So that's fine. Prussia established an interest in Japan. Awkward. Okay, we'll get 5% enactment success chance. I guess that's fine. No problem there. We're running a bit of a deficit right now, although that's not shocking. An engine's input goods shortage is also definitely not shocking. We'll need a motor industry, and where do we want to put that? Kansai? Yes, we'll put that in Kansai for right now. So each of these is producing 40 engines per level. Each level of railway consumes 10 per level. So 2 levels of motor industries is more than sufficient for right now. So we'll get that going. We're, of course, running an engines shortage and a transportation shortage. We'll work on both of those. In the meantime, of course, we're also still working on government administrations and sulfur mines. So that's fine for right now. Nothing too major there. We're not going to expand our construction for a little bit, but we need 20 weeks on our motor industries. I should have considered that we would need this beforehand. Unfortunately, I did not. Iron, wood, fabric are all currently considered expensive. We're currently making a food industry. Okay, so we should get a livestock ranch going somewhere, and we'll put that in Ryukyu. So we'll get that going. And then we'll, of course, need clippers. Sure. But iron and wood. Wood is kind of the most important there, I think, for the moment. Let's get 3 up in Tohoku. And let's prioritize the motor industries above all else. So something about like this for right now. And a dye shortage. Why are we running a dye shortage? What is being consumed, or what is trying to consume dye? Glassworks and textile mills. Okay, I guess we do have access to dye plantations, so we could put one in Shikoku. We'll do that for now, too. So we'll get these logging camps done soon enough. This is going to be maybe not enough for our dye shortage. Now we're running a silk shortage as well. What is using this? Textile mills. Okay. Do we have access to any silk? Actually, we do. So we can get that going as well. We need to deal with these input goods shortages, right? No doubt about that. Cool, up to 20% on National Guard. So that's not bad. 11 weeks on our motor industries, and we need to think, what do they currently consume? Steel. Fair enough. That is to be expected, then. So no issue there. There's the Bessemer process being unlocked, and that is potentially a fairly big deal for us. We're working on intensive agriculture right now, of course, but what we want to do is we want to head down to the Bessemer process. That is going to be consuming more iron but it's also going to produce a decent amount more steel. Just thinking about this is a 50% increase of iron consumption, but this is not a 50% increase of steel. Okay, let's do it anyway. That's going to drive the price of iron up. That's understood. We're going to need to build more iron mines. So I'm going to queue up 1 iron mine at this moment. This dye plantation is finishing up. And that's good. We've got these logging camps finishing as well. So I'm hoping that that deals with our dye shortage, at least enough for now. Dye might still be expensive. Okay, it didn't even go to expensive. Good. So we get that dealt with. Then we deal with our silk shortage this week. The price of wood is being addressed. So that's all looking good for now. Now we're running just the engine shortage and the transportation shortage. That's deeply unsurprising. So the engine shortage will happen here in 3 weeks. And then I want to check in on infrastructure. Okay, Ryukyu and Kansai. So we'll get a couple more railways going here. As soon as these motor industries are done, that could cause us some steel issues, but I'm very interested in getting those finished. We're going to need a shipyard. So we'll build one of those in Kyushu as well. And we just finished branching out. Okay, sure. Let's actually get steel railway cars underway here. And enactment success chance. Beautiful. Let's go. So for now, that's looking good. We're working on dealing with these input goods shortages, right? That's our primary concern right now. We no longer have an engines input goods shortage. That's not currently causing us any steel issues. Cool. So we have a lot of buy orders for transportation, but that is something that will get dealt with. I'm not actually concerned about that. As we need additional infrastructure, that will absolutely get dealt with. So that's okay. We have a couple of railways being worked on here, an iron mine and a livestock ranch. We're working on our shipyards right now, so that's 3 of these. We should also probably get more wood production. Russia is damaging relations with us. Okay, they're currently domineering, and we are going to... We can't currently improve relations with them. Relations need to be less than amicable. They're currently amicable. Gotcha. So for now, we'll have to let them drop that down. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll have to let them drop it down and then counteract them later. So that's fine for now. I do want to get more wood going on here. So we need to grab... We're going to grab 6 in Chubu. I do want to prioritize all of this first. So we'll get the railways and the shipyards done, but the logging camps will happen on the way. And that's completely fine. We have had a dip in our GDP. That is due to our transportation shortage. And that's also why we're running this deficit, to be clear. That's entirely due to our transportation. We're working on it. This railway finishes and will alleviate some of that. Okay, our National Guard is now in consideration. So this is now down to cordial, and we're going to improve relations with Russia to prevent them from being able to hopefully attack us. There we go. And wood is going to be dealt with fairly soon here. Only 3 weeks on this logging camp. Looks good. 8 weeks in total on these railway. And yep, that looks fine infrastructure-wise. So that's going to get us another 100 transportation production. It's not enough, but it will definitely do the trick for the time being. So obviously, we're a bit negative right now in our production from these things. We may want to consider moving, say, iron mines over to road carts. And maybe sulfur mines as well. Sulfur mines are a little bit less of a priority. So we can do something like that for now to drop our transportation requirements down to 509. That'll definitely help things. Cool. So we're about to have our production of the railways finish. Wood clippers. We're working on both of those. Transportation, we're working on that as well. So that all looks good. This is going to go up to about 200 in total. Actually, almost like 250. But that'll take some time. That'll take some time. What do we got going on here? We'll welcome any dissidents from the monks. Fantastic. Hopefully we sail right through with National Guard. That's the ideal. Now, we are running a bit of debt at this point. That's not shocking. We should probably consider backing off on our coal mines as well. Now there's a coal shortage. Okay, that's noted. Coal shortage is definitely noted. Okay, now there's not a coal shortage. Cool. For the time being, let's back off on our lead mines as well. So our mines are not running any transportation. That brings us down to 462. That's definitely a lot better at this point. But we need more railways, right? So for the moment, I'm going to build one level of railway in each of our provinces. Something like this. But we're not necessarily that concerned about it. Let's get this government administration done first. Let's move these sulfur mines up. And we'll just do something like this. So for now, that'll be fine. Let's move this down to the bottom since we have negative construction efficiency here. This is probably due to turmoil. And the fact that it's not incorporated, we should incorporate that. That'll definitely help matters. Okay, so with that incorporating, that'll be fine. So these railways should get us positive in our transportation at this point. And then we can start working up our mine transportation as well. That'll be the idea there. Now, we've got a bunch of government administrations here. We need to start turning a profit again, right? So getting this transportation dealt with will be a big deal. We'll clear up any errors, bringing us up to 40% on National Guard. That's actually going very well. So that's good. There's a sulfur mine finishing. Excellent. Not that we really need more sulfur at this point. All we really need is to deal with our transportation right now. And we're well on our way to doing that. So that's solid. Transportation may remain expensive after this. We're going to be getting... No, it's not going to remain expensive. We're going to be at 500 out of 508. So we're going to be basically where we need to be, transportation-wise. So that'll be good. We'll let these finish up. And then we've just got these government administrations, right? And we're going to need a bunch more than what we have queued up here. We're definitely going to need more government administrations. But we want to be turning a profit here very soon. That's the goal. Nothing currently expensive beyond our railways. So, of course, what that ends up meaning is that any additional money that we get coming in is going to be going... And we just flipped positive there. That's interesting. Okay, now we're back negative. That's about what I expected to be at. Any additional money that we get is going to go into more construction and government administrations until we see any issues in our pricings, right? So that's going to be the idea there. 5% enactment success chance. Okay, now we're up to 45% here. That's looking pretty good. So our railway in Shikoku is going to be done in 4 weeks here. That's getting really, really close. And our transportation is definitely going to work its way up. We also have a railway being built in Chukogu on our private construction. So we shouldn't need any additional railways beyond this. This should be good. To that end, I'm going to move up this government administration as well as this one, because they already have some progress, and we're just going to do something like this. I'm trying to buy time for this construction efficiency to get better, but it probably won't by the time we get there. It has improved by 0.1%, but it's still not great, right? So that's fine. Hey, no more input goods shortage. That's what we like to see. Excellent. So at this point, we're going to finish up these railways. Okay, now we have a transportation shortage again. Well, it'll probably go away very shortly. Probably when we finish up this railway in Chugoku, is my guess. So that'll be fine. No real issues there. I'd like to get these railways done. We need to work on our government administrations. We're now positive financially. We need to pay off our debts, of course. I don't want to be paying 1.34k in interest if we can help it. We'll attempt to not interrupt our opponent while they're making a mistake. I was hoping we'd go to adoption there, but sadly that didn't happen. Gold has been discovered in Hokkaido. So that gives us gold fields. However, we don't actually have access to gold mines there, but that will give us some minting. That is going to be very, very good for us. So we're happy about that. Hopefully we'll get some gold mines there eventually, but we don't have those just yet. So for now, things are definitely looking pretty decent for us. I want to pay off this debt, and that'll go pretty quickly. So once we get this debt paid off, then we can start thinking about bringing our construction back up. We've got no economic issues at this moment, which of course means we want to continue working on our government administrations for right now and get those sweet, sweet unrealized taxes. That would be absolutely wonderful to do. So we need to figure out exactly how much of that we need. We've only got 32 weeks left in our construction queue here, and that's probably about right, to be honest. We are almost certainly going to be needing more, and we could declare an interest, or we have an interest in Oceania. Yeah, that's fine. We could certainly consider building more government administrations. Building one in Hokkaido is fairly necessary. No, it isn't. I was looking at infrastructure. I shouldn't be looking at that. I should be looking at taxation capacity. So obviously we need a lot in Kansai, in Chubu, in Kanto. So each of these are 50 bureaucracy, right? So 1 here, 3 here, 4 here, 5 here. This is going to be 6 to go to 300, so 7 total. And then this is going to be 8 to go to 400, so 9 total. Yes, that's correct. And then in Kansai, we're going to need a total of 9 to go to 450, 500, 550, 600. So we need 12 there. Okay. So that's 98 weeks on our construction queue. We've added a bunch more government administrations, but we knew that would end up being necessary. So for now, that's fine. We're getting an ultimatum here. And we'll not interrupt an opponent while they're making a mistake. We have a 15% chance of getting the success chance, and we actually got that. So that's actually wonderful. Very happy about that one. We're probably going to start running into some paper issues as we work through all of these government administrations. But this should, overall, be a net gain on our income. Our unrealized taxes, we can see, are definitely dropping. And that will continue to happen for a while here. That's sad. I was hoping that this political movement would not disband. I wanted to enact homesteading. If only National Guard had progressed a little faster, but here we are. So that's okay. At this point, of course, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we are going to build a bunch of government administrations and harvest ourselves some taxes. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time. Also, just real quick here, I don't know how many people are still watching at this point. I know there's some drop-off. We just got this proposal for a defensive pact. We'll cover that next episode. See you all then.